Aloha, beautiful souls. In this video, we're going to discuss and share and play with a few resources and tools that may support you on your soul awakening or soul embodiment journey. And more specifically, we're going to see how affirmations and mantras and love note reminders may support and assist you, depending on where you are in your journey. And so when we first begin to wake up, we come to the realization and understanding that our thoughts create our reality. And when we learn this, we begin looking at our thoughts and we begin looking at our reality. And we begin seeing where in our reality perhaps we aren't really happy or completely fulfilled. And so we then look at our thoughts and perhaps identify some limiting beliefs or some thoughts or beliefs that aren't really supportive, or words or phrases that you wouldn't actually share with like your child, because they're not loving and kind and pure. And so when we discover this, we sort of go on this like research frenzy of seeking information and seeking and learning and understanding how we can shift our thoughts, how we can shift our beliefs so that we actually can be happy, so that we can be fulfilled, so that we can feel the joy that we felt as kids and perhaps lost somewhere along our journey. And so when we discover and realize this, a lot of us come across affirmations, right? And affirmations are a great tool to support us in learning how to believe in ourselves again, right? Perhaps we've lost our confidence or belief in ourselves, or we're not feeling loved by ourselves, or others. We turn to affirmations to try to shift those thoughts and beliefs and feelings. Now, some people try affirmations and they don't work. And a lot of times that happens when you're actually using someone else's words and they're not your own. So perhaps you got them in a book or online, or, friends said, here, try this. And you didn't feel a connection to the words. So there was no feeling inside. And you try it and it's like, well, it actually didn't do anything in my reality. One of the ways that we can shift that is an exercise that actually a friend shared with me way back in 2012 when I was part of a women's empowerment group. And I'm happy to share the link below this video to the exercise that she shared with us, because it was really life-changing for me at that time. And what she walked us through, just to give you a little bit of an example if you want to try it on your own, is we set goals. So like 2 or 3 goals. And again, this is way back in 2012. So depending on where you are on your journey, setting goals may or may not resonate with you. So looking at this exercise for right now is we set goals, 2 or 3 goals. And then what we did was we created our own affirmations that supported us in becoming and being those, whatever those goals were. So as an example, back in 2012, this is like a really vivid, again, it was really, really life-changing for me at the time, is my 2 goals were to quit my job, which I had been working for the company for years and built out this wellness center. It was part of the beginning stages of it and really grew it to being a global company. So there was some resistance in walking away, and yet at the same time, I felt like I was kind of living like a double life. I felt like part of me was living my old life of, working at that wellness center and that corporate, climbing the ladder and being successful over here. And then it was shortly after my awakening in 2010 of realizing and understanding that everything I knew and understood in this world actually wasn't really true anymore. And so I was on this seeking path of, absorbing information, reading books, going to transformational seminars, listening to speakers, and really learning how I can shift and learn more about how the universe works and moving more into consciousness, which is where I am now. So going back to the exercise, that was my first goal, was to quit my job. And then the second goal was to write a book, to become a published author. And so the affirmations that I created below that on the sheet were affirmations that were the person that quit my job, that became an entrepreneur, and that became a published author. And so they were words that I was feeling within my body, and I was embodying them every single day. So I would literally read them out loud to myself in the morning, right when I got up. I'd read them before I went to bed. I probably read them throughout the day as well. They were kind of like they were just with me all the time, right? And lo and behold, literally less than 2 months later, I quit my job and I signed a deal with a publisher to publish our book. And within less than 6 months of that, I became a published author, an entrepreneur, and launched my own business. And so this one simple exercise was really, really profound in my own journey. And so if this resonates with you, if you're at the beginning of your soul awakening journey, I highly recommend you check out the link below. It's free on my website as a free resource for you to use. So we start with affirmations in the beginning of our soul awakening journey. And at some point, we move into more of a deep sacred space within ourselves, moving deeper and deeper into our soul and really exploring a deeper connection within ourselves. And a lot of the times when we're in this phase, we look into and come across mantras, right? And mantras are a sacred word, a sacred phrase, sacred sound, something that we repeat over and over again, either, out loud or internally in our minds. And it's something that we repeat over and over again with the goal of achieving deeper states of consciousness within ourselves. So it's something that we practice daily, just like I did with the affirmations. And it's all about the deep sacred connection within ourselves. A lot of the times the mantra usually isn't, sometimes it's not in our native language. And so sometimes we're not sure what the words are. And so sometimes people can feel disconnected to that. Yet sometimes it actually helps people get out of their head when they don't understand the language and they repeat the words over and over again and reach that vibration and reach deeper states of consciousness within themselves. So if mantras, are calling to you, if you're curious about learning more, everything that your soul is curious about, you want to investigate, you want to research, you want to look into, and you want to play with it and see if it really resonates with you and if it's something that you want to go deeper into. And then when we go deeper on our path and we evolve over the course of our journey, we then come to love note reminders. And love note reminders, they just bring a smile to my face. It's just, I can't help but laugh. And they bring me directly into my heart and my soul and this deep sacred connection within myself. And so love note reminders can be anything really. It's a reminder of that we are all one. We are all connected to everyone and everything. We are pure love. We are pure light. We are pure joy. We are pure beauty. And so it's really, whether a love note reminder can be a picture that brings a smile to your face and drops you into your heart. It can be words. It can be anything. A few sort of examples of it that I'd recommend and invite you to play with is on your phone, right? We all sort of carry our phones with us 24/7, is to put a picture, and it can be a picture or a picture in words or just words, whatever resonates with you, on the, like as a wallpaper on the background, that inspires you, that reminds you that you are pure light, that you are pure love. That sort of, when you see it, your heart expands and you feel bliss and you feel magic. So I recommend finding something that you really resonate with, putting it on your phone. And that way, every time you go to pick up your phone, you get a message or a ding or whatever, you smile, you drop into your heart. And you breathe with Gaia, you breathe with everyone and everything in that moment. It's just a little love note reminder. The other thing you can do, and again, there's lots. I mean, you can put pictures up in your home, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, that bring that smile to your face, that drop you into your heart, that expand you wide. You can also, on your phone, again, just because a lot of us are connected to our phone, I use that as an example, is in your calendar, you can create little like 1 minute meetings, and you can create a phrase. You can use emojis. I love emojis. Create a phrase that creates that same feeling inside you, that you are love, that you are light, that you are heart consciousness expanding with everyone and everything. And what I recommend to try is, if you want to put it as 1 minute meeting reminders every hour for a certain amount during the day. So it sort of could be from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. if you want to do that. Play with it, maybe, put 3 or 4 on, or 5 or 6, whatever works for you. And the goal is that every time you see it, you soften, you expand, you smile, you laugh, and you're fully and deeply connected again, in case you forgot, in case you separated off for whatever reason. What these love note reminders do is they support us in interrupting a pattern, right? So if we have a pattern of, going and functioning from our head, from separation, because we think it's safer up there, what this little love note reminder does is it brings you back into your heart, so that you feel deeply connected. And it's just, again, it's when you see it, when you pick up your phone, when you see it, when the meeting reminder pops up, when you see it, when you wake up first thing in the morning, or last thing before you go to bed, if it's hanging on your wall, or in your bathroom when you're brushing your teeth or going to the bathroom, in your car, if you're, driving somewhere. They can be sticky notes. You can color and create a beautiful picture for yourself that really drops you into your heart and expands. This is something that I've been playing with for years. I share with clients. I love love note reminders, in case you can't tell. So play with it, see what works for you, create something new, right? I'm sharing these to inspire you to think out of the box and to learn to use what you have at your disposal to support your expansion, to support your soul embodiment journey, so that we can create new earth realities, for ourselves, and then we can come together and unite and support each other as well. So enjoy. And if you want to share in the comments below what works for you, we'd love to hear from you. Lots of love from Kauai.